Okay, hello again. Today the lesson we are going to be talking about is animal behaviors in response to stimuli. Now, the first thing we have to look at is the vocabulary. The first word is fire. Okay, repeat after me. Fire. To burn, give off heat. The second word we are looking at is frightened. Okay, repeat after me. Frightened. To fear something. The third vocabulary word we are going to look at is hunt. Repeat after me. Hunt. To look for food or to look for something. Lick. Repeat after me. Lick. To use your tongue to clean. In this case, with this lesson, you will find that animals use their tongue to expel body heat. We'll talk about more of that in the lesson. The fifth word we are looking at is touch. Repeat after me. Touch. To have contact. Now, the last word of our vocabulary is tail feathers. Repeat after me. Tail feathers. Feathers at the back of an animal. Now, what we are going to talk about is response. So, what is a response? How the organism reacts to a stimulus and results in a change in behavior. It is a fancy way of saying effect. So everything we do has an effect. An example, an animal is cold, so it moves into the sun. Another example is getting a drink when you are thirsty. Now, stimulus and response. Why animals and plants do what they do, or a fancy way of saying cause and effect in the animal world. Examples of stimuli and their responses. You are hungry, so you eat some food. A rabbit gets scared, so it runs away. You are cold, so you put on a jacket. A dog is hot, so lies in the shade. It starts raining, so you take out an umbrella. So as we can see, every stimuli we encounter, there is a response. Now, we have a picture here. It's animal response to light. Moths attracted to the light. So when we switch a light on, the moths immediately fly towards that light. And here's another picture, only out at night. A lot of these large moths come out at night. You will also see in Thailand insects that come out at night, and they, flying ants as an example, and they gather around the light. Swarms your house trying to get to the light. Now, birds leaving their nest at dawn to find food. So as the sun comes up, the birds will leave their nest and hunt for food for their young. Also, birds returning to the nest in the evening. So as the sun goes down, the birds will then return back to their nest with the food that they have gathered during the day. Now we also have animal response to sound, calling to its mate. So we have a young bird here, and it is calling out to one of its kind to know where it is. Another one with sound, and we can see that something came crashing down. It was like some water came down and splashed on the floor. This startled the cat, and as you can see, the cat has leaped off its feet by this sound coming suddenly out of nowhere. Now, temperature. A tiger puts out its tongue and pants to cool down. Now, this is something also your household dog will do. They will put out their tongue, and when it pants, it releases heat to help cool down the body. And this is another one we have here. This is called animal response to touch. And I think the picture is self-explanatory. We have a finger here. When we touch the millipede, its response is to immediately to make itself into a coil. Animal response to water. Now you'll notice that there are many different kinds of animals in this picture, but all animals need to drink, so there is no thought of attacking other animals. Everyone is just interested only to drink water. Animal response to aggression. Now, when you have two male animals competing for the female herd, then they will fight each other to be the number one of the herd. This is common in nearly all animals, in bears, in lions, many different animals. There is usually one leader, and they will fight for that leadership. Animal response to fear. Now, the cat is shocked by seeing the dog. As you can see, the cat's tail is up. It's become very fluffy. The cat will make its tail larger when it is angry. You can see the ears of the cat are down. This shows aggression. and it is hissing at the dog, and the dog is showing a little bit of fear here. He's not sure about the cat, and he's literally trying to back away. So what have we learned so far? We have learned that a stimuli response is how an animal reacts to different conditions in its environment around them, such as light, sound, and temperature as examples. And we know there are others. In the next lesson, we will be continuing with our different behavioral responses. So that's the end of lesson 1. This will continue in the next lesson, lesson 2, where we will be looking at different types of stimuli and responses, internal and external.